So what we're going to talk a little bit about today is this performance enhancement and also injury prevention wrapped up into one. We know that hip activation, lateral hip strength, core strength are really the keys to a healthy arm and also keys to increasing velocity in a throwing athlete, especially pitchers. We're going to show you a hip activation progression that we're going to start with that from just basic movements and then evolve that to movements that are actually part of the throwing mechanism. So Dylan's going to get in an athletic position and he's just going to do a simple monster walk left and right. So just monster walk, 5 steps left and right. This will just be day one. This will be with our younger athletes and coming back. The other thing to remember is that lateral hip activation is also a direct correlation with bat speed. So it allows us to kind of increase that rotational strength. The other thing we're going to do now is we're going to actually get into the initiation of the windup, and actually we're going to actually bring his leg up into the parts of his windup and then step. Okay, leg up in parts of the windup and then step. Stop, okay, and then go back, okay, up into the windup and step. Sorry, up and wind up, separate and step. Notice that his arms separate, his hands ends up separating with his lower extremity. That is the sequence we want to reinforce. So again, up and separate. The only thing we would add to this as we evolve is that we would want them to do something to increase momentum towards their target line. So what we're going to have Dylan do is now come here, lean and stick his rear end, his left butt cheek towards the target line. So he's going to create an angle of a lean first and then step, okay? So up, lean, and step. Good, come back. Okay, now what I want you to do is as you're getting to the top of the windup, your butt starts to lean forward, okay? So as it gets to the top of the windup, lean forward and step. Come back. Now, that progression would now go to the point we would actually have Dylan mimic a pitching motion and actually finish with his backside leg coming over the top. So you're going to do pitching motion, step, finish, okay? And then repeat it from that point forward. Come back here and we're just going to do it. We're going to step forward as you do that, okay? So up, okay? Start from there, up, good. And then the last one actually do violently just like you're pitching. That's exactly what we don't want. Notice that he progressed from just step 1, step 2. Now Dylan's actually going to repeat this and he's going to do it with his left arm. We are going to train left and right arm even though he's a right-hand dominant athlete. We want to facilitate that kinetic chain on both sides of the brain. So Dylan's going to repeat the same thing. It's going to be awkward and all of them, especially if they've been dominant right hand, he's going to come up here and then do his step and finish. Okay? So up and then do it again. As our athletes get better, they will actually learn this side of the movement almost as good as the front side of the movement.